It's finals day here at Manly Beach in New South Wales for the GWM Sydney Surf Pro. We've been loving the action so far, and Chloe Calmon has booked herself a spot in the final. No surprise, as she's been the most consistent in the lineup this week, dropping an excellent score in every single heat. She took out Natsume Teoka, now the local, and Tully White. And taking a look at that next semifinal matchup, it's Honolua Blomfield and Soleil Errico. True, we'll take a look at this first of Honolua Blomfield.
Yeah, really nice start for Honolua there. She just pulls it down nice and quickly so that she doesn't get eaten by that oncoming section, and she'll try to find that inside track here, just pointing her nose down the line, just switches the stance there for a moment. She'll switch it back. So Honolua, this one actually just starts to wall up in front of her. She almost loses her balance there, but she has really nice control over her board, as she would for a three-time world champion, and she puts it up there for a finish. And Soleil also locked in a nice start as well. Walking up to the board, looks like she's opting for that leg rope option there, which is different to Honolua. So we saw Honolua actually lose her board before, and I was going like, run, quick, get it before that wave comes. But Soleil locks in a nice ride there as she continues to cross-step through to this one all the way to the inside.
In the three-time world longboard champion, Honolua, as we take a look at this inside section from her, she goes down on the finish. And we'll have to catch the replays there to see what she got up to on the opener of it. We do have a score to drop in for first of Soleil Errico as well. A couple of scores locked in from that opening exchange. This was the second maybe of Honolua. Goes for a nice locked in 5 to 10 combination. Gets that cut back and drives through into this inside. And goes down.
And you do start to feel that finish, and you do start to feel that pressure. And it just never seems to affect Honolua as we see Soleil up.
Soleil, nice footwork to start things off, flying down the section on a fast one. She's currently chasing a 6.84 to take the advancing position away from Honolua Blomfield, who's got that 6.67 and that 5.00 on the scoreboard. Soleil locks in a 2.17 for her second wave.
A bit more of opportunity as we see Soleil up in this wave, getting some nice tip time, and that hang 10 will really improve her, and just coming down is able to stick it, so that'll be a nice complete score, and will go into her top two.
And scores are in for this one. It's a 5.50 as she found that connection through to the inside. Got that last little tap to the nose.
Surfers are very instinctual. Do you have anything straight away that you know you'd like to improve on before the final?
Just pay more attention about the banks and figure out what's the best position, and find the best waves.
Is probably more of a fierce competitor, but for Honolua, I guess that's why she's got herself to 3 world titles.
That's so true. As we take a look here at live action with Soleil Errico, makes that link through together, and she got that opening nose ride. Nice use of the rail to carve back into the pocket. Good footwork up to the nose again. Links together a couple more hang fives. This wave just continues to offer more for her through the inside, and she just loses control on the finish, which is unfortunate, but man, it just continued to offer up more of a pocket for her to work with, Rachel.
We look at this replay, 4 steps up to the nose, gets that hang 10 out the back, which is critical, and I like that she stays towards that forward third of her board, and a really nice cutback, really lays into it, nice spray, and gets the opportunity to just keep tapping up there all the way through, as it's the wave that keeps giving. And another tap there, goes for the finish.
Yeah, they're huge semi-finals. I'm really looking forward to seeing the second semi-final with both Aussies in that one. Harrison Broach from Noosa, Declan Whiten is a local boy here. We saw Tully unfortunately go out in the last heat.
There's Harrison Roach having a stretch down on the beach, getting prepared. He often gets kind of touted as someone that's not competitive, I think, by the global picture of longboarding, but he's definitely one of those surfers that has his main life goal to win a world title. So it's going to be exciting to see him coming up in that second semifinal. As we saw Honolua there, looked like it could have been a good nose ride to start things off with, but just couldn't find that trim line throughout. Gets that hang 5 time to start off, cuts back into the pocket, now lines it up through this inside. She's going to go for that big kind of roller coaster finish, holding onto the rail to make sure she rides out and controls that That's a challenging thing to do on a long.
Yeah, as we see a replay of her wave, and this nice size at the beginning, and she's able to lock into that tight 5 and go straight into that style, flow, and grace of walking straight back and leaning into a cutback. Going into this with speed was critical in order to, you just saw both of the waves kind of combine, and that will turn into a really nice score, I think, and the fact that she was able to milk this all the way through and just kind of show that precise footwork through the inside. Yeah, we do see her go switch here. I don't think that will necessarily factor into adding a score on this particular wave here, just because it was added on the inside, but that nice tight footwork and really just able to lock into that for those extra few seconds. And this was impressive. Really need to go through that with speed, and she got low to make it through, disappears kind of for a second and comes out. So I think the judges will really like that.
It's been exciting to see her rise to the ranks that she has, as she's now on a paddle here. Pedals up to the front, gets that tap to the nose. A speedy section. She keeps that trim line, and she'll maintain control as she comes through to the bottom of this wave. She's now looking to see if it will reform for her to just get that little bit of extra footwork in. At the moment, it's really quiet. No footwork for that last little section. Now she's starting to engage with a couple steps forward, a couple steps back, and we're now waiting for scores to lock in still for that last wave of Honolua.
Yeah, wow, I thought it was real touch and go for the priority to change there from Soleil to Honolua, but it's exactly why I'm not a priority judge, but looks like Honolua has just banked herself a final finish here, so that's exciting up against Chloe. Come on.
Wow, what a finish for Honolua Blomfield to take out the victory.